So in our previous part, we have learned the different kinds of plate margins and the plate boundaries, their numbers. Just now we have learned. Now we will go for the major and the minor plates and their plate boundaries. Which kinds of different types of plate boundaries are over there, that we are going to know. There are three types of the plate boundaries. The first is divergent, second one is convergent, and the third one is transform. Before learning this part, I am giving you a trick for this. Yes, divergent, diverse or divergent or differences or diversity, many words are there. All the words meanings are most probably same. Divergent, that means division. Remember these tricks. Division, that means the plates are going apart from each other. Okay, that is called the divergent. Convergent, the word that means conjugation or joint or anything else which is related to coming close which is related to coming closer, right? Yes, both the plates are coming closer to one to each other. Okay, that is called the convergent plate boundaries. And transform, that means there is no destroy and no making. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed for this transform plate boundaries. Okay, so different three kinds of plate margins or boundaries we will got to know from this part. I just gave a trick for this so that you can remember this part very well. Okay, just it. Now come to the theory part, which we are going to know now. What is divergent plate boundary? Divergent boundaries, yes. It occurs where plates move apart, when the plates are going far away from each other, forming new crust and seen as a mid-Atlantic ridge. It's the best example of mid-Atlantic oceanic ridge, where the American plate and it separates from the Eurasian and African plates. Both the plates names also you have to remember. So divergent, that means when the plates are going or moving apart. Come to the next, convergent boundaries, which involves the collision. Just now I said the conjunction on the injunction. Collision and the subduction of one plate beneath another. If the lighter plate is going inside the deep plate or the deeper plate or the thicker plate, then the lighter plate will be going below. Okay, so occurring in three forms: between the oceanic and continental plates, between two oceanic plates, and between two continental plates. So there are three different incidents are happening among the convergent plate boundaries. And last one is transform boundaries. That means nothing is creating, nothing will be destroying. That is written with crust neither being created or not destroyed. So transform faults are the typical features here running perpendicular to mid-oceanic ridge. That means when you can see the rail line track, it's going parallelly. The transform boundaries are also creating the same thing. It's going totally parallelly or perpendicularly. So different rates of volcanic eruption we can see along the ridges on the basis of Earth's rotation. So there is also given one example, the example of San Andreas Fault. There is a movie also, the San Andreas Fault. You can also see in California. It exemplifies a transform boundary. That means where the Pacific plate and the North American plate slide past each other and causing a seismic activity. So what we learned from the short pointers, we are going to know again for the revision. The divergent boundary, that means when it's moving apart from each other. Convergent boundary, when it's collide and subduct. Three conditions we have seen: the oceanic continental, the oceanic and the continental continental. Next, transform boundaries, that means it's collide, it's not colliding, it's not subducting, it's just passing together with each other. San Andreas Fault is example. Transform faults, that means characteristics of the transform boundaries perpendicular to the mid-oceanic ridge. And the variability of the plate movements, it influenced by the eruption rates and the Earth's rotation. Two responsible factors are there, or the features are there, influenced by the eruption rates and the Earth's rotation.